Right, hello guys, Trey Experts and Sam. Welcome back to another Flight Sim stream, everyone. Welcome back to Flight Sim. Yeah, hope everybody's well. I've had a bit of a dilemma just before this stream because my tripod's broken. Well, it's not broken, but the bit on top of it's kind of snapped off. Not snapped. It hasn't snapped off. There's I mount it to multiple pieces of equipment, and there's like a nut, and it's basically I can't get it off. So I'm gonna have to. I've set it up a bit differently today. You'll see in a minute. I'll turn on the stuff if I can reach it. I'll just bring that here. There we go. Hey, here he is. And then that's the camera down there. So it's down here now because I can't mount it over there because of this piece of equipment. Yeah, that bit's not meant to be on there. So it's kind of it's Joby, isn't it? It's Joby equipment. I will not be buying anything from Joby ever again. I mean, I used to kind of have a go at Manfrotto a bit, but yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of made me realise maybe you should just stick with those kind of how you said airlines. Yeah, those sort of companies for equipment. Not Joby. I've only had something from Joby once before. It was like was it a monopod? It was like a monopod kind of thing. No, it wasn't a monopod, was it? It was like one of these like legs that you can twist and turn, and you can mount them on like a bike handle or something like that for like a GoPro or whatever. And literally that broke as well. So I won't be buying anything from them again. I don't mean any hate. Well, I do, but I rely on good equipment. You know, there's a reason this mic stand's been on here for about 3 years. There's a reason this microphone's been on here for about a year. You know what I mean? It's just little things like that. You can't trust them. I'm pretty sure they've literally either bought the design off Manfrotto for that type of tripod, or they've literally just stolen it. I really don't know. It's really weird. Really weird one because it's exactly the same as the old Manfrotto compact mini, that design. So I think they may have bought it. I don't know. So sometimes companies buy designs and all that. So yeah, here we are, Manchester Airport. All the levels good. Believe so. We don't need that on the screen, do we? Yeah, so an all white 787. I did say I'd do Tenerife, but I don't have time for that tonight. I do not have time. But yeah. Yeah, everything's alright, I think. So what we'll do, we'll set up the airplane. God, do I remember how to set up a Dreamliner? I haven't done it for about, God, how long? I've actually forgotten how to set up a Dreamliner. Unbelievable. Right now I can do it. There we go. APU start, batteries on. Oh no, I'm turning the generators off here. There we go. On. Hydraulics need to be on. What you do, you go down on the columns, so it's like that. You go down on them. That's not funny. Right, wipers. That's all good. Windshield, de-icing. Really need that on. This light needs to be emergency light. That needs to be on. The switch is so tiny. Needs to be on. Flight deck door power. Yeah. Right, they can stay like that. Passenger seatbelt signs have on that. What else have we got? Fuel pumps need to be on. Yeah, Roy's here. Who else? Noah and Space Podcasts, I think. Yeah. Right, balance fuel. Right, okay. We'll have the nav lights on and the logo lights on. And we'll turn these packs on here. There we are, the airplane's pretty much alive. And we'll just have it. So Iceland, it's an Icelandair charter, I suppose. We didn't really put in a call sign. It could be any airline, it could be Icelandair. Could be anything. Just make it up as we go along. Right, select the altitude. You can check my commentary. Yeah, ooh, that's a bit high, isn't it? Right, we'll go to 43, that should be fine. Heading's fine. Select these. I can't select it until flight directory's on. No, still can't select them. Hang on. Auto throttle control. No, we don't want that on yet. I'll just switch these around. Is it this button that does it? There we go. Yeah, so this is how I like to have my engine, because once you start having multiple screens like that, it goes from like conventional to almost having the software. So you can like customize them and stuff. So like, I have my engine meter stuff over here. All that. All this, Artificial Horizon. I like I'm only calling out the ones I know. But I'm up it. Benji's here as well. Right. Does this need to be on? Right, turn that on. And you need to... Oh, which one is it? Is it performance? You need to go performance, don't you? That's it. Performance. Oh, that's neat, isn't it? Boeing. Didn't even see that. Didn't even know that was there. Alright, what have we got over here? You've got to select something around here, haven't you? Is it communications? No. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Buggering it all up. Right, no, we don't want that down there. There we go, that's back to how it was. Right, we're going to do a pushback. Do I trust it? Do I trust the game for a pushback? Manual pushback. Yeah, I'll do that. Whoa, where's it all gone? Hang on. Now I've lost it. Well done, Sam. Well done. Let me try and get this info back. It's ND. I wish you could there we go. That's how you do it. I think that's how you reset it. Right, okay. I'm just gonna put the beacon light on because we're probably gonna start our engines pretty soon. Alright, okay. Alright, what I'll do, I'll disengage the... Hang on, is that... Yeah, that's off. And I'll request pushback. Boom. Right, turn that camera on. There you are, so you can kind of see the yoke. Maybe that might be better, I don't know. Than behind me, I don't know, because I can't mount my tripod onto that, because it's broken. So it's an easy fix. It's not actually broken. What's going on here? Getting a bit of, like, ghosting. Not ghosting. Yeah, controller's, like, going down. See that? I'm not doing that. Something to do with the yoke. Yeah, it's dodgy hardware, innit? It's very dodgy hardware. Right, what did I do there? Buggered something up. Right, we're connecting. Yeah, push is connecting. Pushback tug's connecting. And we're going to go to the left. Yeah, the left. Definitely the left. Yeah, all white 787 looks pretty good, actually. Oh, is this 7? Was that 76 behind us? I think it is. It's all going on. Right. Rudder, £74 on Argos. And 120. Oh, I'd go for the one from Argos, mate. Yeah, sometimes Argos are cheaper than, you know, Amazon and all that. End of pushback, right, okay. Right, put the parking brake on, taxi lights on, strobe on, wing lights on. Everything's on. We need to look like a Christmas tree. Trying to see what else we've got to set up. I think we're all good. We can start the engines then. You can start them up at the same time on the 787 because it's all electrical instead of hydraulic. Oh, that thing's disappeared now again. So I'm swapping them for... I just shouldn't touch anything. Clearly learnt my lesson, right? Let's swap that round again. Like that. There we go. That's back to how it was. What a muppet. Alright, what have we got over here? I think you've got to click something around. I'm thinking of another airplane, I think.
Manchester ground Bravo Alpha 426 ready to taxi south departure with Mike.
Right. TCAS off. Wing anti-ice off. That needs to be on. Right, wing anti-ice. Window heat. Where's wing anti-ice? Where? Let me try and find it. Hang on. That's a fuel valve. No. Should just be one little switch, shouldn't it? Windshield. Where's wing anti-ice? Is this it? Wing S something. I don't even know where wing anti-ice is. That's good, isn't it? No, I don't actually know where it is. No, sorry, can't find it. Hang on, here it is. Airframe anti-ice. It's literally says there, anti-ice. Because I was looking up here, because that's where the windshield anti-ice is. Right, no, have that on. Right, okay. Well, I think we're all good. Start up engine 2. And set the flaps. Set the flaps. Dickhead. Oh, yeah, do you like the... Maybe this might be better. So I've just got the camera down here ever so slightly. Yeah, so you can kind of see. Tell you what, I don't know what's going on with this yoke today. It's very, the inputs seem to be a little bit not correct. And I've only had this for a year. If it's failing already. Yeah, why is it doing that? It's causing like my thing to go down like that. I don't know. It's like a bit of cross input ghosting, whatever you call it. Really weird. Or float. I think it's called float, controller float, when it's doing stuff like that, which isn't good. Right, seatbelt signs are on. Everything's sorted. Right, APU can go off. Is there an APU start button on this thing? There's not, is there? Oh no, here you are, APU generators, right? They can start. I'm just gonna keep them on. I think these packs can go off as well. Cabin temperature. Yeah, because it's a study level airplane. It's not just, you know, literally, you know, like the Airbus or something. It's a little bit more complex. So I've had to kind of study it in a way, you know. Initialize flight. I'm not even going to click that. Right, what we'll do, we'll just put the map at the top right. And also I'm gonna, yeah, look at that, my hand's glowing. Ooh, how's he doing that? It's his mouse. What a dick. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Have the brakes on RTO. Right, I think we're all good. Oh, frame drops. Right, I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit because I like having the camera zoomed into my airplane a little bit. That should be alright. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay, I think we can taxi out. There we go. We're off, guys. I'm having pizza for my tea tonight. Cool, mate. I love that. First comment I read, I'm having pizza for my tea tonight. What is the flight time today? 2 hours, I think. Hi, Sam. I've already read that, haven't I? Silly bugger. Yeah, sorry, I was about 15 minutes delayed. I was trying to solve the problem. I mean, what I could do, I could just get a wrench and just do that. I might do. I think there's a toolbox outside my room. I might try doing that. Just clamp it and try and get it off. Basically, it's a very bad design. I mean, the Manfrotto one, I've lost that as well. I mean, I don't need it. It's kind of just gone. But it was just like a little like detachable thing. You just swivel it onto your, you know, when you mount a camera, it's got that little mounting perforation at the bottom. Basically, it was something you could just swivel onto it, and it would just lock onto it. It was like a Manfrotto kind of commonality thing. It would mount onto pretty much all the Manfrotto gear. That's better than this. This is garbage, and because they're clearly infantile manufacturers, because they've got like this red kind of rubber surface, and every time you attach it to your camera, guess what? The rubber flakes off, so you get like this red rubber excess all over your camera. They haven't thought of it. They're terrible product designers. So I don't think I'll be buying anything from Jobby. Yeah, Jobby. Says it all, doesn't it? It's actually Joby, but I call them Jobby now. Oh wow. Yeah. There's certain companies, if they've let you down twice, you just go. You just leave. But I've got kind of high expectations for equipment, especially when you paid. How much was that? I don't know. I think it was about 60 quid for that tripod. So, nah. You can kind of imagine it's not as good as the other one. I potentially paid more for it because of inflation, and the parts are cheaper and the parts aren't. I mean, that's the thing with it. It happened ages ago. Something happened with it, and that little mount bit there just wouldn't come off my camera. It's like that famous saying, you know, buy cheap, buy twice. But I also believe that in the product sense, you know, if you've bought something that's cheap, okay, if that fails, I suppose it's okay because it is cheap. But when it starts affecting and you start mounting them onto more expensive devices, and it starts damaging other devices that are expensive, that's when it becomes a problem. It's like a phone case, for example. If you buy a cheap phone case and it doesn't grip your phone properly, it can end up damaging your phone. You know what I mean? Perfect example with that. It's cheap, it's crap, it won't come off, and there's no way to get out. I've tried putting a coin in it and trying to unloose the you know, the little flathead on it, but no, nothing, just nothing. And that could have potentially broken my camera if it didn't come off, because it's then attached to my camera. It's like an alien. It's like that on your face. You know what I mean? It's like an alien. It just doesn't come off, and it could end up damaging the camera with the amount of force I'm trying to put a bit of twerk on it and to get it off. You know, that could potentially damage other equipment. So you've got to be careful buying cheap equipment, because sometimes you can get into a bit of a bad situation if things are not, you know, if they're causing other issues and potentially could break other products. Yeah, you want to be very careful. I've learnt that the hard way, you know. But yeah, you just got to be careful. I wouldn't say buy expensive and extortionate, but just buy from brands that are got a decent reputation. I think Joby are more like this company that are more focused on kind of aspiring content creators and probably on a budget, and yeah, I don't know. Just you want to be careful because it doesn't. I bought a tripod years ago from a company called, what was it called? Photo Mountain or something like that. I can't remember. And the tripods were terrible. They were, you know, I literally had to swivel my camera onto it manually like that, instead of a little piece that I can just put on it. You know, camera could easily fall off. So that's a perfect example of a cheap product potentially breaking a premium product. You know, letting itself down. So just want to be careful, really. You know, I go into the far end of the fart about everything. So just want to make sure you invest in proper stuff. I sound like a Yorkshireman. Oh my god, I'm moaning. Oh well, just a rant, innit? People love rants. Right, here we are on the runway now. And the shark face is here. Right, still have a parking brake on. It's a dick.
Manchester, Bravo Alpha 426 ready for south departure at
Runway
runway
turn
23
lights.
right. Bravo Alpha 426 with
Strobes. Yeah, okay. I think we're all good, so this should all look a bit different at the bottom right. Because, well, my tripod.
Runway 23 right, Bravo Alpha 426.
Got back in time for Sam's takeoff. Right, I'll just put that in. Oh, no, 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 no. I do that and it affects the thrust levers. What? How does the speed brake affect the thrust levers? I mean, it's giving up the ghost already, this equipment. Right, autopilot. No. I'm just making sure everything's set up for takeoff because I do not want myself in a situation where the autopilot isn't responding. Right, auto throttle. That won't go on, will it? Right, let me just turn these on. Terrain. Okay. Right. That's gotten rid of all the annoying information down there. Flight directory on. Climb continuous thrust. No. Right, LNAV. Why won't LNAV come on? It's a bit weird, isn't it? No, that won't come on. Right, auto throttle. Right, come on, auto throttle's on now. Auto throttle off. Right, I can't even turn auto throttle on. Okay, right. Yeah, we haven't even. Yeah, there's no route. It's not even showing a route for takeoff. That's bad. Wonder why. I'm not flying it manually. I'm not. Right, I have not a clue why it's not showing the flight plan. That's a bit weird. I've definitely set it up correct, 100%. That is annoying. Yeah, it won't show. It won't. Airport gate. Index. Hang on. Route. Right, so it does know where I'm going, but it's not showing the waypoints. That's a bit weird. Right. Yeah, not a clue. I might have to fly it manually because the autopilot hasn't even loaded in, or the information hasn't loaded in. My ship sim has glitched. No, nothing. We're just gonna have to take off because it's all time, isn't it? I'm wasting my evening. That's a bit shit, isn't it? Yeah. Well, I can't do anything about it. Right, VNav out. So if I turn on autopilot, it's gonna go the wrong way because it's gonna think it doesn't know where I'm going, unless I put the correct. No, that's bank radius. Right, heading select on. Has that made a difference? Maybe we could just control it through the heading select? Potentially, yes. So our left wing is facing the south and our right wing is facing it. So we really need to be having it towards the right wing like that. So that, in theory, should follow it. Hopefully. Potentially. I'm pretty much ready to go. Right, we're off. Here we go. Woohoo, boys! There we go. Right, put the controller down. Let's have a little look. Oh, yes. It's looking fantastic. Here we go, we're taking off. All you can see is my stupid mic. wait until it's in the air. Going long. What the hell, why is the engine shut down? Hang on, what's going on? Oh, it's auto throttle, that's what it is. It's the auto throttle kicking in. There we go. Alright, that scared me for a bit then. Whew! Yeah, because I had auto throttle. I just looked and there's auto throttle. Jesus Christ. Right. Right, okay, all good, all good, all good. Right, autopilot on. I'm flying this in the right state today, aren't I? Right, so that should head to the north. Yeah, okay. Flaps up by 1. Oh, the flaps have already come up. Bloody hell! It's way too advanced. Yeah, okay. It's just sorry, just hearing that thrust reduction on takeoff is scary. You know what I mean? It's just like it must have. Yeah, because I already had auto throttle on, so it must have triggered it on takeoff. It did it on the A330. It's weird, that, isn't it? It's very strange. It shouldn't really do it on takeoff. I don't know. I shouldn't have auto throttle engaged on takeoff. Really? Right, so it's definitely heading the right way. Yeah, so auto throttle's on, autopilot's on. Okay, I'm liking the look of this. Okay, I think we're all good. It's just I haven't flown the Dreamline for a bit of time, so I'm just trying my best just to get used to it. Yeah, so there's. Okay, so it's definitely going the right way. And if it's not, I can just tweak the little dial down here as well. ATC, Manchester Airport ATC radio on YouTube, quite a lot. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's heading the right way. Just the bank radius is a little bit. Can we change the bank limit? So maybe 20? There we go. That's better. We get a sharper turn now. We'll get into the camber more. Oh, that was scary. That just hearing the engines go back on takeoff because there's auto throttle on. Oh, bloody hell! I didn't like that. I really need to have that off when I'm taking off and stuff. Oh, there's the whirl. My manner. Yeah, probably best. There we go. It's doing everything beautifully now. Just hearing the thrust go back on takeoff, it's very concerning. It's like a quick panic there. I was like, oh no, what's happened? I just saw auto throttle. I was like, oh, okay. I think the only time you really want auto throttle on when you're taking off is when you actually have it embedded in stone, the actual route, and stuff, and it knows when it needs to throttle back and stuff. I think it's all to do with payloads and weight, I think. It's not showing the thingy because it's on auto throttle, isn't it? Right, VNav, LNav ain't going on. It's been awkward today. Climbing very slowly. Climb continuous thrust. Should we have that on? No, we can't. We haven't even got the option to put it on. Right, flaps are up. How come the flaps went up? Did the flaps go up and take off? I'm just looking back. So the flaps went immediately up for some weird reason. I don't know how. It went up as soon as, like, weight off wheels was detected. That's strange. Very odd. Yeah, that's the thing with these study level planes. I mean, that's quite an advanced setup, that, having the flaps go up as soon as weight off wheels is detected. I mean, how did I get that to work? I wouldn't be able to do that again. That's what it looked like, though. I don't think that's actually what happened. Ow. Right, we're heading towards Iceland. So I think we really need to be heading a little bit more, yeah, towards Scotland, and then so we can tweak it. We've increased our bank limit, so right. Looking good, looking good. Very nice. Pitch trim. No. I didn't even know I didn't load in the flight thingy. That's a very small piece of paper, that. Look at that! What sort of piece of paper is that? A8? A7? What the heck? Definitely not A4, is it? Right, we can turn all the lights off now. Beacon light, nav light, logo light, turn that off. Taxi. No, it should be on auto. So the initial reference system. Or the IRSs. Oh. Right. A canal. Probably paper from a tree. Look at the size of it! It's tiny, isn't it? Never seen a piece of paper look like that before. Are you at the RVP next Sunday, the 13th? Probably, yeah. I'm switching my days to Sunday now because basically I've just had a sickener of Saturdays. I think everybody else has. I think I'm gonna don't mess with the IRS system. So well, it already has been messed up, Jamie. Yeah, pretty badly. So it knows what way it's going, but I've had to basically tell it through the heading system. For some reason, autopilot's just failed completely. I'm gonna have to go back to watch one of my old streams of how I set up the Dreamliner because I haven't flown this plane since before we went to Minorca on the 14th. So that's how long I haven't played this for, the Dreamliner in this game. So that's kind of insane. So I just forget stuff with it. Everything. Everything's looking alright. 4th of October. For some reason it thinks it's 10 o'clock in the afternoon. It's at 10 o'clock in the afternoon. Doesn't even exist, mate. 10 o'clock in the morning. 10 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh dear. Right. Right, we can probably increase that just a little bit. No, it won't increase it because it's on auto throttle, isn't it? We need to stay on auto throttle though. Continuous climb. Won't make a difference. LNAV. See, LNAV won't come on because the flight plan hasn't been loaded in. Even though I pre-planned it, if you know what I mean. I pre-planned it before the stream, the flight plan. VOR to VOR, and it hasn't done anything. So yeah, it's a bit weird. Let's just go back to the menu on this thing. I'm not going to be able to do anything with it now. System page. It's all in preference. Performance, not preference. Poor performance. Poor performance. How long a day is now? 10 o'clock in the afternoon. 10 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh. No, we want our GPS tracking on. We want to constantly having to swipe the map up. Right, we can turn that off now. I don't know why that camera's still on. Wrong one. There we go. Right, we're heading north. No, that won't come on. LNAV. That won't come on either. That's just blanked because it's on auto throttle. Flight directory is on. All these are on. I must have done something somewhere, and I've missed out. I've missed out something I meant to punch into the aircraft. Like I've missed a step. Caution. What was the caution? Icing engine. So these packs actually do need to be on, right? I do not know where it's gone again. They're here, aren't they? They need to be on auto, basically. Punch your fist into the aircraft. I get it to work. Yeah, it worked last time. Okay. So the caution's gone now. It is study level. It is relatively complex to get working. Happy with my speed. Just having a look at my. Okay. My true airspeed 464. That's not bad. TCAS off. Alright. Looking all good. Yeah, it's the Bravo one. Well, the good one, basically. I think the one built by, is it Builds or something? It's alright, but it's, I don't know, it's people say it's not right on takeoff. It's a bit weird on takeoff roll. It does the ballast is all strange on it and stuff. You've got to like trim by -4 or something like that. And just to get just to help the nose up, assist the nose up a little bit easier. So yeah, whereas this, they are quite similar, but it's just better, this one. You know what I mean? It's just way better than the Builds one. Far better. But it is a study level, so it's if I get something wrong, it's not very forgiving, as we've seen. Oh dear. Right, we're going to 43,000 feet. There we go. Am I the only one who grew up to about 7 thinking 11-teen was a number? 11-teen. 12-teen? Let's have a little look in the... Oh! Oh, this is nice. It's like Qatar Airways. I wasn't expecting this. Yeah, because it's a wet lease, you see, so it's a bit different. That's pretty cool, actually. I'll have a little look at that in a minute. Yeah, just making sure the systems are good. Yeah, I don't know why it hasn't followed the flight plan. I have not a clue. I've clearly done. I've clearly missed a step in the procedure of startup. Yeah, clearly, because it's done this before. It hasn't. So I doubt I can put it down to an update changing something or whatever. I am quite blame heavy on updates in this game because oh, I know what they're like. Yeah, it's better than the 330 though. Definitely better than the 330 in the game. That's a liability, that thing. It worked in the last stream, but oh my god, just the rudder not working all of a sudden. It's just like shock horror, especially when you've got in time weather effects and stuff, real time weather data turned on and stuff. That simulates turbulence, so you got to use your rudder. You know, you can't really. I mean, you can maybe try and tweak the engine thrust and stuff and have one throttle higher than the other, but that's that's a bit complex, isn't it? Yeah, that's like captain level, not Sam level. And yeah, I like the stream. If you're enjoying the 787, and what else can I click? I can click that, and I can click that. Click everything. Don't click the off button. Looking good. Right, what I'll do, I'll just decrease my thrust. No, that does make a difference. Why does that make a difference? That's very strange. Because auto throttle's on, I should be able to... It hasn't turned auto throttle off though. Okay, that's weird. That's strange. It doesn't do that on the 767. Sorry. So can't hear a word he's saying. Let me listen.
119.875
Okay.
Bravo Alpha 426. Goodbye. Scottish Centre Bravo Alpha 426 flight level 300.
Doing quite well actually. Over Scotland now. Over TerraSpace's home. Sam's pushing buttons and it's scaring me. Yeah, I'm flying the 330 tomorrow, mate. I don't know if you know. It's part of my volunteering work. What? No. Yeah, it does look good though, doesn't it? It's 7.8. It really does look good. I don't understand the interior. I'm going to have a little look at it in a bit. He's got a water bottle here. Flicking the cap off. Yeah. See a bit of the scenery down there. Why have we gone to... It's not climbing much, is it? Altitude increasement. Okay, it's either 1 or 1,000. Okay, so we've got to 3,000, right? Yeah, the 339 is it. Yeah, it's definitely in the sim, but it's not great. The rudder freezes and everything. It's a little bit temperamental, Jamie. It's It's not the best add-on in the game. It's L Latin VFR, so it's a little bit. It has like control surface blackouts and stuff like that, which ain't great. Why has that gone back to Mac? You know I don't understand Mac. All right, it basically doesn't want to change. Well, we're not going to because Mach 1 is speed of sound. Mach 3 is 3 times the speed of sound, isn't it? Go any higher and you'll end up seeing things due to a lack of oxygen. Camera's gone off. I'll just turn the airplane just a little bit. Corn Freezer, how are you, mate? There we go. He's already laughing. You can already see me at the top laughing. I bet he's just pissed himself. Oh. Right. Not the face cam. I knew that would be there. Alright guys, I'm just gonna go what am I saying? I'm gonna go off to get a drink. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? What time is it? Alright, okay. Yeah, we're doing quite well in this fight. So we've got to go all over there. And then, sooner or later, we'll be in Iceland. Can't even say it. The implementation of stuff. It's like using Microsoft Edge on the Xbox. You have the whole stupid thing they give you. Cursor. Shit. Have a look at our speed. I'm not too happy with our speed in this one. Oh, no. Right, no. Right, no, that should be okay actually, because I don't know why the speed won't go up. Is it because we're still climbing, isn't it? That's how high we want to go. It's kind of froze it. We need it at least. Right, there we go. One with a yoke then. See that? What's all that about? Right, okay, we're getting increased speed. Oh, airspeed anyway. Looking very good. They're doing quite well. I mean, despite we took off about, how long did we say? 20 minutes ago, I'd say. Something like that. Let me have a look. We took off. Yeah, about 20 minutes ago. And I got a trim sound. It looks alright for once. How dare he? Wow. I got it trimmed about a month ago, mate. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Very happy somebody likes it. Yeah, I'm going to have to put my light up because we're losing the light a little bit here. We're losing the light. I'll just turn off the webcam for now. And yeah, I'll go and get a little drink, I think. There we go. Doing all this stuff on the computer. Good. Alright, why is that dropping then? Why is that dropping? That's dropping a bit too much. I think it's because we're raising it too high. Because it should really be putting the thrust up, not. There we go. Now, no matter what I do with the... Oh, what was that? A bit of cloud on the wing there. Wow. Yeah, I don't know why the engines have just gone back to 85%. It needs to be at 90. There we go. Sound I like to hear. Yeah, we're flying very slowly. I mean, I don't trust autopilot, auto throttle. It's not increasing my speed at all when I want it to. And we've leveled out as well. It's not like... Alright, try that. Flight level change. No, that's not making a difference. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. Going up slightly. Very annoying. I've fucked something up somewhere. Pardon my French. Right, slowly but surely that's going up. Why does it keep going to Mac? I don't want it in Mac. Inoperative. That doesn't seem to be making a difference, I don't know. Might just turn auto throttle off at this stage. It's either way we're getting it slower. Turn it off. This is not working towards us at all, it's just temperamental. It's like it won't increase the speed, the airplane, because it's on auto throttle and... I mean, I haven't put a cost index or anything to the aeroplane or anything like that. Turn slightly. I mean, we have got headwind. I mean, look at that. That's why we're flying slower, because we've got headwind. Look, from the north, the northwest, more like. Yeah, it's been good, Tom. We're aiming for Iceland more than flying to Iceland. Yeah. Yeah, just watching everything. If we're going to the south, if we were heading to Spain in this stream, would have been probably over the south of France, but no, we weren't south of France, north of France or something by now, because we've got a headwind. So if we were heading down there, or possibly going Italy or Geneva, anywhere a little bit more east from Spain, you know, it would have been getting there very quickly. I can tell we've got a headwind with the arrow. Showing up there as well as at 40 mile an hour headwind. Was that the direction? 40 degrees. Should say down there. It's a 40 mile an hour headwind. North from the northwest. Have a little look at that. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's like a charter plane in this stream. We're doing charter. Don't ask why. I'm going to go and get a drink, guys. Just going to stabilise this thrust a little bit. We're not going to get into overspeed territory. It's creeping up to 1 a little bit. What's on the menu tonight? I've not a clue. I think it's possibly a Mexican takeaway. Burritos, whatever, chips and blah blah blah. Something like that. Something nice. Something nice. Oh shit, what's going on there? Pina Loca. All Mexican. I was actually amazed that nobody actually has a local Mexican. You know what I mean? Like, I asked people and they're like, oh, we don't have any Mexicans, you know, anything. Or Mexican restaurants. Or anything like that. It's amazing, isn't it? You know, you should grab these kind of opportunities, you know, and all that. You know, when you've got them at your doorstep almost. Fuck, what have I done there? Oopsie. I think making good progress. Excuse me. I think my closest Mexican may be Swindon. Wow. I mean, there are Mexican places around my area. I mean, there's one in Chester called Big Lola's or something. It's not great, to be honest. I've had stuff from there, and it's just not the same quality, you know. I mean, they all have their own ideas. I mean, they've had their burritos, and it just wasn't the same quality and stuff like that. But yeah, gotta go now for tea. Speak to you all soon. I'll try and join a call if there is one. Yeah, right, Tom. Thanks for modding. Ah, God. Right, map plan. Let's have a look at this. This is interesting, me. Airplane destination. Hang on. No data. Alright. Right, I'm gonna go and get a drink, guys. I'll be back in a second. Right, I'm back. Hello, everybody. Minus 17, that'll do. Yeah, minus 17. Okay, all good. I think I'm going out at 10:30. Better get some speed on. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, I didn't know. Oh, here we are. This is looking better. Clearly the headwind's changed. 512. Right. Okay. Looking good. Looking good. Just when you're flying the study level stuff, it's a lot more intensive and more involved, you know what I mean? It gets you working a little bit more. So yeah, Tenerife for me tomorrow. And coming back Sunday. I'm thinking of doing a airport stream on Sunday after I come back. Now, I don't know what time the RVP closes now, because obviously it's not summer anymore. I think they change it in November, I think. But something like that. Will we get cider, man? Maybe. I have booked a hotel room, so I'm staying overnight. I mean, I'm not there for that long. I'm going with Jamie. So we're going on the 3:30 tomorrow. Take off at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And basically I'm with him for a good 4 hours. And then with him for more time in Tenerife. And he's staying in the airport because obviously he's 16, he can't book hotel rooms or anything. And obviously I couldn't do anything because I'd get into all sorts of trouble. That'd be beyond trouble if I tried to book him in somewhere or anything. So basically coming back next day, I think the flight takes off at 11 o'clock next day. So we're not really in Tenerife for a day. It's more arriving at Tenerife at 7 o'clock in the evening when it's dark. I'm probably going to get something to eat and then probably might be up till 2 in the morning just walking around the resorts and stuff. I don't know what he's going to do. I'm not sure. He may be with me or whatever, or may just go back to the airport. It sounds very dodgy, this, doesn't it? It sounds really bad. But it's just some fun. And then obviously I've got to somehow get up at 8 o'clock the next day to make it to the airport. Well, possibly earlier, 7. Get breakfast from the hotel. So yeah, I'll come back on a 7.5. Could potentially be my last 757 trip report on Jet 2. I think I already know what the title of the trip report's going to be. Yeah, I'll just put like possibly my last 757. Jet 2 757 report. No, I'm just accompanying him. He told me about it and I was like, I'm going to come with him. I'm going to go. Really meant to be saving up for Iceland, but hey. I haven't been to Tenerife since June, so I'm getting withdrawal symptoms, so I kind of need to go. And I haven't flown since the 14th of August. Again, I'm getting withdrawal symptoms and I need to go. So, yeah. That's me tomorrow, but Saturdays at the RVP are a joke. Honestly, last Saturday was almost like a nail in the coffin lid. You know what I mean? It was just like, no. I was close to deleting it, but I got some good planes in there. But yeah, I just really want to change it all. I mean, I've done really well. You know, all the numbers and all that were great round. I'd say May to around, well, yeah, August and September's come, but I've been a bit everywhere, haven't I? I've been a bit sporadic, you know, because I've been trying to find, you know, get certain things for myself that are not to do with YouTube, to do with volunteering basis and stuff like that, and all this. trying to speak to certain schools about stuff. So, probably imagine my head hasn't been fully focused on YouTube at all. Yeah, I've got loads of fresh ideas. I don't think I've ever had so many ideas in my life. It's just execution. I mean, I haven't done a 360 stream for ages because they're on 05s. I think they're still on 05s at Manchester, and it's almost like deliberate now, and it's kind of annoying me because I know my next trip to the airport, I want to do a 360 stream. Now, they've switched back to 23 today, so hopefully they stay on 23. But yeah, if I'm going to be doing a stream on Sunday evening when I come back at the RVP, I'll try and do 2 hours. Get some numbers and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, obviously it'll be kind of dark, but I'm just going to see how it goes. I just want to get right off the 7.5, and then obviously my dad's collecting me, so we're just going to go RVP and see what happens. But again, I actually don't know what time the RVP closes now, so I've kind of got to factor that in mind. Just going to look. See on the website, RVP. No, doesn't know the RVP. I have to put in runway. Let's have a little look. Here we are, October opening hours. Please note we are open 7 days a week. Right, let's have a little look at this. Right, okay. Parking charges, we don't need that. Right, okay. Main park, 8 AM to 5 PM. So already I'm not going to be going to the RVP on Sunday. Oh. I have to go Moss Nook. Train. I can see trains from my window. Oh no, that's I can. Getting cold in my room now. Let me just put my little heater on. It's not even plugged in. Just have a green screen down just so I can let the because I know this is a massive fire hazard. I have a little heater behind my green screen, but I never have it on when I've got the green screen up. I know if I have a green screen up, not just one, it's a fire hazard, but two, it's blocking heat. It's got the heat kind of mitigate round my room, you know. Mitigate, that's it. Mitigate. It's not a D. Mitigate. I have my green screen down so it can travel. The heat has chance to travel around my room. It just goes on and off. It's one of these smart heaters that turn themselves on and off. Obviously it's a smart heater. It's in my room. Deary me. Seen a post the other day about Heathrow. I've got to try Heathrow again. We've got to see if we can do it. Not Heathrow. Madrid. That's it, Madrid. London, Heathrow, Madrid. Yeah, it was good. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, Madrid 2021. Someone said I had a porn star tash as well. I loved that. Yeah, I don't know what was up with me back then. Scruffy bugger. Yeah, I had a bit of a tash going on. Don't know why. Just thought it'd be funny. Yeah, that's me back then. Yeah, life was good back then though. I had something to focus on. I had YouTube. I think YouTube back then for me was very like relaxed, you know. I didn't have to prove anything, or obviously, you know, I did want to grow and do the streams and stuff. I had like my focus is on you know, streaming and stuff and all that. But yeah, you know, it's just one of them. It's just like now it's more, it's more intense YouTube for me now. It's more intense. I know the sort of people who watch me. I know they're more av geeks than people who just, you know, people just want to listen for the sake of it. I know it's more people who want planes, you know, like things like Duxford and all that. Air shows and what else? That's the thing. I want to save up for a lot of trips, like Iceland Air 767. And I do it for my own enjoyment. Don't get me wrong, but I also do it because I'm a show off. That's the thing. You do YouTube for like 1 or 2 or 3 reasons. First reason is my reason, because you're a show off and you just kind of like to show people what you do. And it's kind of free and relaxed, and yeah, you get money out of it, but it's not like your business. It's more like it's just like a really good hobby. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's a hobby and you get money out of it. And you're I don't know, those people who do this are not really qualified in anything either. They're not qualified in IT or, you know, special effects or whatever. They just kind of learn it because, you know, nobody taught them, kind of thing. And it's only when they get in with a specialist they really you know, bond and stuff. Really, it's really connected. I've forgotten what they're called now. There are 2 types of people in this world, aren't there? There's people who know exactly what they want to do when they're older, and they go to university and get it, and they know what they, you know, from a young age they've always know what they want to do, and they do that, and they get quite a high flying job. And then there's people who have a hobby or might do something on the side and might not know what they want to do, but they do 1 or 2 things really well, and it's only until they get in with like a specialist, it's really amazing. I've forgotten what the term is. I'm gonna have to look it up. Like 2 terms. Obviously back then it would have been, back in the day it would have been a little bit more, you know, the first one, but nowadays obviously working from home and technology and all this, there's 2 types of people on this planet who decide to make, you know, have a career. I can't remember what it's called. tried to look it up. I can't find the definition, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, YouTube. There's like different types of people on YouTube. One more, three types of people. There's me, people like me who are just show-offs. And then there's number two, who are more people who do it because it's their job. You know what I mean? And they, you know, are quite good. And they get, you know, a decent amount of money from it. And then there's the third reason, which is more they're advertising their own business. So they use YouTube to advertise that product they've got, you know. So there's like, particularly nowadays, yeah, there are three types of people, or maybe even four, because there's influencers, isn't there? There's influencers who, you know, want to be on there and influence people, and may have TikTok and multi-platform stuff going on in the background, and they just use YouTube to reach out to a bigger audience. I feel like the aviation streaming sector is more people who, it's the second one, so it's their job, but also for influencers, you know. Whereas mine, I think it's more number one, where I just like showing people what I'm doing, and it's more a hobby, which is great. Don't get me wrong, you know, kind of like freedom and stuff, and all this and all that. Nothing's ever taken too seriously, you know, like it's a job, and oh, I've got to risk this, and everything's a risk, you know. I don't want to do this invention or this, you know, innovation because I risk this, or risk my business, or risk losing people. I'm not in that situation, because I'm number one, you know what I mean? I'm more of a show-off, and I can risk losing people because it's more of a hobby for me. Which I think explains quite a lot, actually. So you can't really change the DNA of that, you know. After 10 years, it's quite difficult. I mean, I could probably get this like becoming the, but in terms of branding, it would have to be completely different. I know. I'll just do it because I enjoy it. And yeah, it's great getting views and all that, and giving other people purpose, and there's something to watch, pleasure. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's just about what I have to show, isn't it? You know, if I've got something like Skyrim or Doom I want to play, because I know 3 or 4 years ago people watched gaming only, and you know, I still provide that for them every now and again. And I'm not going to change that, am I? For the world. But if I've got something like an airport stream coming up, or this, I'm going to do it. I'm going to stick to it. Because I know it's important for people who are more maybe more regular and newcomers. You know, they're newer people who watch me, the more recent followers. So I provide that. But it's a balance, you know. Yeah, back then, I'd say 2, 3, 4 years ago, it was a lot more like relaxed. I would say though, after 2022, that year did change me. I think people know it changed my identity a little bit. I feel. I mean, there was something about from when I started, so I'd say 2021, that was kind of almost unfazed and couldn't be changed. You know what I mean? It was like completely different, whereas now it's kind of evolved a little bit more, I feel, just slightly. After 2022, when obviously I started streaming a lot more at Manchester, and a little bit more professionally as well, instead of a phone, and was getting, you know, anywhere from 2,000 views to possibly 10,000. You know, something changed there, definitely. Maybe we need to see more of that, but I'm scared with more popularity my streams get, or more, I don't want to call it fame, because it's not fame. Fame is way up here, you know. Being famous is right up in the heavens, being recommended or recognizable is somewhere I would say as like low cloud compared to right up into the stratosphere, which is famous, you know. That's how I'd explain. That's my definition of it. So like kind of low cloud is kind of where a lot of successful people in this aviation thing are at, but famous is right up there. But you know, it's just like one of them. It's I do feel like more successful some stuff gets with me on YouTube, I feel like less my identity will come across, or like less personality, because I'll be more focused on, you know, 'cause it's like a sickness, isn't it? It's like anything. It's like alcohol. We were talking about it in the last stream in Skyrim last night, but on a much more unintellectual level. Yeah. You know, like addictions and stuff, you know, if you get one video that's successful, you think, oh, posting more of the same will get you similar results, but it doesn't. You know, sometimes it's just a fluke of the algorithm. People say, oh, what's the secret to YouTube? A lot of people say this. What's the secret to YouTube? It must be like a hack to YouTube. And there isn't one. There literally isn't. I mean, there's certain things you can do that are right, and within the right, you know, that's going to put you on the pitch to score a goal more likely, you know, or at a correct position to be successful. You know, like don't swear, have, you know, clear commentary, and, you know, correct panning or whatever in an aviation sense. You know, and engage with chat, and, you know, clarity and punctuality and all that, which I suffer greatly from. Because again, it's like more number one. I do things on my terms. You know what I mean? It's not a business. It's more I do it on my terms, which is great. Don't get me wrong. I mean, that's fine, but I'm not at a level of like professionalism with YouTube. I probably could be. If I started a brand new channel tomorrow and it was going to be a brand new aviation streaming channel, but it'd be way different to this. This would be. But again, I don't feel like you would be able to not recognise me, because there's going to be always that, you know, everyone's different. I think there's always going to be a little bit of me in there, or if it's going to be like a thumbnail, you'll be able to tell that's him, because there's just certain ways I do things which some people just can't help. You know what I mean? It's like involuntary, I don't know, not instinctive, yeah, instinctive almost. Some people just do things a certain way, and, you know, if I try to fool everybody and go, oh, this new channel at Manchester, whatever, TTE Aviation. Oh, who's this guy? He's got a similar name to, you know, something like that, trying to fool the crowd. Yeah, but yeah, you know, I don't know, it's just like one of them. I feel like I'd lose my personality a bit. But, you know, a bunch of people say, oh, there's like a hack to YouTube or whatever. But it literally is none. It's just the algorithm. It is. You can't really predict what will be successful. There's certain factors that come in, and obviously, you know, if you're recognisable, that's a completely different concept, because once you're recognisable, everything's easy then. The hardest bit on YouTube is trying to get followers and stuff. But yeah, it's TerraSpace saying, I remember the old Skyrim streams where you'd be talking about streams at Manchester and just doing your own thing. You were very good at what you do. Thanks, TerraSpace. I appreciate messages like that, I really do. I just feel it would ruin me if I was getting loads of views. I do. Well, people say, oh, stick to yourself. I've had comments like that before. Stay true to yourself. And I've always thought, I know what they mean, but also I don't know what they mean. Stay true to yourself. Like, I'm always going to be true to myself. You know what I mean? I'm not going to lie to myself. I'm not going to wake up and go, you idiot. I wanted a nap. What do you mean you just got up? No, I want to have a nap. That's what I'm thinking, like tricking myself. Now, I know what they mean. Don't go off on a tangent and become some greedy bugger, I think. Is the more what that's signalling at, you know. But yeah, you know. And also, if I did change anything to do with identity or anything like that, I'd get called up on it, because the amount of people who watch me and know me for who I am, some lardy arse bugger, would just go, "Oh, what's up with Sam? He's gone all like woke all of a sudden and all polite and thanking everybody even for arguing or something." You know, it's just like, yeah, wouldn't get away with it. I try and be polite, but there's obviously that bit of a bit in me that's like, you know, a bit sharp. I think everybody's got that bit in them that's a bit sharp, to be honest. I'm very open on streams though, most people aren't. Well, again, it just goes back, doesn't it? It goes back to 9-10 years ago. That kind of open kind of commentary, just talking about anything. It goes back to that, so there's not really anything much you can do about it. I think once something's, everything's kind of up in the air at the moment, that hasn't got any connection or correlation to YouTube. Everything's kind of up in the air in terms of school and all this, and what I'm going to be doing. So something's going to materialise. I've already been given a meeting, an informal meeting, to confirm something this time next Friday. A plan. She's going to engineer some plan for me to work in this school. So that's great. That's secondary school, blah blah blah. I'll always be busy. Primary schools were fine. I did enjoy working in there, but there's only so much you can do, and it's like repetition. And the school I worked in, it suffered a bit with not caretakers, but cleaning staff. And then as soon a few things changed. When I was last in there, they had something like 4 or 5 cleaning staff, so I kind of felt a little bit, well, a bit obsolete, you know, a bit you know, like I don't need to be there because my, you know, like almost the school can do without me kind of thing. So I kind of want to be in certain departments I actually enjoy being in a little bit more, and maybe people could benefit from, not you know, stuff like cleaning and stuff, which is fine, but you can only do it for so long, you know. I mean, I worked in a secondary school for 2 years after sixth form because of lockdown, and then I think I requested another year. Have a good rest of your day. See you later, Benji. Take care, mate. Hope you're well, and all your family. But you know, it was just like one of them. Kind of weird, you know, after lockdown. Because I was in sixth form. Didn't do sixth form in... Because I did my GCSEs in 2018, right? So I was going to do sixth form in September 2018. So basically, year 11 for me was at the end of 2018. No, sorry, June 2018. That's when I left school. Had whatever 8 weeks off in June whenever they leave. And then I got my qualifications, and I was like, right, I got maths, I got this, that, and the other. I haven't got English. I'm gonna have to do sixth form or whatever. I think I was planning on doing sixth form anyway. I only went in for 1 or 2 days, and then I hated it. I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm gonna focus on my YouTube channel, I think. So already, it was just like, how long you got left there of a flight? Maybe about an hour, something like that. I don't know. We're going quite fast, Jamie. We're trying to get there as quick as. and the headwinds moved direction a little bit. But yeah, I think I did want to do sixth form in 2018, but I think after that long summer, I was doing YouTube quite a bit, and I just kind of wanted to focus on that for ages and stuff. Well, I was like, I'm going to be a YouTuber. 2018, very immature. 16, I'm going to be a YouTuber. I'm going to work really hard in November to get my channel up to scratch. Right, and all this because I thought 2018 was the year for me. I don't know. 2014, no. 2015, I did all right. 2016, 17, I knew I was getting somewhere. I think in 2016, I was like, this is all right. I've been doing it for 2 years now, and I'm enjoying what I'm doing. You know, I'm getting a following on Twitch, even if it's only like 20 people. You control your life. Don't let others control it. Yeah, exactly. That's very true. Oh, Alexa. What the hell? Sorry, I know you wouldn't have seen that. Bloody smart TV decided to throw Alexa into my trip to college here today was a bit frightening. It's huge compared to my school, so I'd definitely just do sixth form. Yeah, I think I knew I was getting somewhere in 2016, 17. Minecraft videos were getting quite successful with me. Nothing aviation related, nothing to do with that. That was just something I kind of enjoyed every now and again. Alexa, make me a brew, you lazy robot. But yeah, you know, I was just like, I think by 2018, I was like, you know, I've got something like, you know, 30 followers on Twitch. I'm doing all right. Or 30 people watching me at any given time on Twitch. I have games, and I'm sure I can do things that are successful on YouTube and all this and all that in 2018. You know, you're 16, you're rebellious. I was just trying to push the button and see what I could get away with. I was like, oh, sixth form. I'm not going to do sixth form. I'm going to do YouTube all the time. But obviously, when I said to my parents I'm not going to do sixth form, they were like, right, okay, don't know how this is going to go down. I think it was online study. I think I agreed to do online study. So it was like just having, two purposes in life? Or maybe 3, enjoying airplanes on the side. So literally just having one purpose in life. And back then I didn't understand that concept of not having a purpose in life. I didn't understand how mentally draining and bad that is for your mind. You know, if you've only got one purpose in life, it's not really enough. You need like 3 or 4. So I think what I should have done in 2018 was just stayed there and literally just done YouTube, because I think I would have achieved a lot more if I did sixth form. There's too much YouTube is bad for me, honestly. It's gotten to the point where I've literally had to, I've made maybe 4 videos in one night, maybe done a trip report or made a Minecraft animation, and it's gotten to the point where if I literally did any more, I would literally nearly throw up. Honestly, I'm not joking. That's not good. Oh, I'd have to literally drag myself outside and go for a walk because I'd be that burnt out and sick of it. I mean, I'd be all motivated when I started, you know, all good music and all, you know, can't wait for this. You know, I'm going to do it until I'm a skeleton at my desk. And then by like the second day in, maybe 24 hours. Because that's the thing when you're editing so intensely. You could start at like 7 in the evening and you could still be there until 7 in the morning, and literally the time just flies. You don't understand how quick it can go when you're working so intensely. So sometimes when you're like that, when it gets like that, or you had a little break, maybe an hour break for me, and then continue working off till the afternoon until, again, maybe midnight, I'd have to go on like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning walks just to take myself away. I mean, that's not good for your health. But some of the edits I've done on this channel have come to that. Only a couple though, maybe only 3 or 4. But that's when you kind of need another purpose in life to kind of take your mind off YouTube. I think I should have done sixth form in 2018. So I did it in 2019 basically. Went back in 2019. A lot happened in 2018. Particularly that third quarter. You know, decided, didn't want to do sixth form. Already bad move. right? A lot of my bad moves are done around a similar time of year, which is normally anywhere from September to around December. That's normally when my bad moves happen. So you gotta watch this space. You really have. But no, it was just a bit weird, a bit frightening. So I just left sixth form, and then YouTube. I was like, oh, I was so engrossed. I went to the far end of the thought. I kind of really analysed my channel, and I thought people want to see maybe aviation videos. So what did I do? I deleted all my videos off my channel, or something like 2,000 gaming streams. So I just thought, oh, I'm gonna just make it into a money making thing. So whatever the government or whoever argues can basically be turned. It's like the ability to kind of cut through red tape when you're 16. I mean, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. You just haven't got the experience. So I just thought, oh, I'm going to make it into like a money making thing now, my YouTube channel. I'm not going to do gaming streams anymore. I'm just going to do aviation. So I deleted all my videos thinking I could get them back, and I couldn't get them back because I clearly didn't read permanent. I clearly couldn't understand or read the word permanent. Permanently deletes all your videos on your channel or whatever. I thought it was like Google Plus where you could get it back. So that happened. Then I got a girlfriend, and I ditched her, or she ditched me. I can't remember. I think we ditched each other actually. Just sick of each other. Liked each other, but we were sick of each other. And then March 2019, I was back in the ring. I was like, I'm going to do YouTube again. Oh, it's so funny. It's like a clown, isn't it? It's like something you'd go and see at the cinema or something. Oh, over speed in the Boeing. How's that possible? Oh, that is quite funny. Where's Iceland? There it is. So we need to be aiming for around here. My little plane. We're heading in the right direction, 100%. I've got my heading spot on. I've made some little tweaks. I'll make another tweak now. There you are, it's a little bank. Yeah, ever since then, well, I'd say till 2022 it changed. I just was in sixth form for about nearly 4 years. 2019 to 2022 or whatever. Just, well, 2019 was more study, and then lockdown happened, and the school were kind of a little bit in like limbo, just didn't know, so they had me in again. So if I did sixth form in 2018, 2019 would have been year 13 for me, but they made some exceptions, and basically in 2019 they had me in a year 13 classroom, even though I was a year older than them, because I was year 12's classroom. So I would have been year 12 in 2018, but in 2019 I would have been year 13. So when I went back to sixth form in September 2019, I was really a year 13, but they had me in classrooms of year 12s, right? Which is okay. And got me English. I think I got me English a year later, actually. No, I didn't. I think I failed it again. Yeah, I was shit at English, hated it. And basically, oh, another train. Hello! It's wave! Oh, the doors on those Merseyrail trains always break, jeez. Anyway, so yeah. And then lockdown happened, so I was still in year 13. And then 2020, I would have been year 14. But they had me down as a year 12/13, so I would have been year 13. I was in the year 13's class, when I was really meant to be in year 14, or either in college. I'm so confused. I know, it's stupid, isn't it? Only me. Only my life could be this complicated. So basically, because I missed a year in 2018, in 2018, missed year 12, 2019 they basically every year after 2018 they had me as a minus year, if you know what I mean, or a year, just 1 year below. So basically I was older, but I was in a younger year group. Actually, did it work like that? I don't think it did actually, because it was... No, it didn't, because I seem to remember when I did business studies. We're talking about 5 years ago here, guys. I was in a classroom of people my similar age, but also kids that were 1 year younger than me. So it can't have been. It must have been a year 12 and 13 sixth form, because those 2 years would be in a similar classroom learning the same subject at the same time. Interestingly enough, I don't know how that worked in terms of... Yeah, I just got my head round it now. You say, and no, it doesn't work like that. No, I don't know, but it was weird, because every year after 2018, I was basically in the year below me's class, if that makes sense. So in 2020, after lockdown, I was a year 14, and I should have been out of there, but I was in a year 13's classroom then. So it was like, oh man. And then obviously I had to leave in June 2021, but because the college I was going to do travel and tourism in basically hadn't recovered from lockdown. They're very badly managed. Basically, the schools could run fine, but the college couldn't, and this leads on to later. So last year's problem with college, just badly organised. So we couldn't run the course in the start of September 2021. So I would have been year 15 then, but in a year 14's classroom. So I would have had no classes. There's no such thing as year 14. But there were a couple of, I think, volunteers who were my age, from my year. You know, when I started year 7 in September 2013. That's when I was a year 7. September 2013. Oh, and I was year 8 in 2014. So, basically, there are a couple of, there's a lad called Callum Walsh or something, who's a good mate of mine, and Daniel, is it Nathaniel Jacobs? I think he made me a prefect. Yeah, worst decision of my life. I enjoyed it at the time, but looking back, I thought it would. Looking back, I'm quite surprised I didn't get stabbed. Literally. Yeah. Obviously, when you're a prefect, you've kind of got to act as a teacher and kind of tell kids not to go here, there, and, you know. You're walking home and you see, just happen to bump into that kid again, and maybe he's with his mates. You know, you're outside the school premises, anything can happen. So it's quite, yeah. I always had that in the back of my mind, but looking back, it's like, oh god. You know, people nowadays, schools having to go into lockdown, and, you know, in America and all this because of gun violence and knife crime and all this. It's just like, you know, I wouldn't take up that job again. I just couldn't risk it, because I just think it's a risky. I mean, being a prefect is nice, but as soon as you start telling kids to not go here and you get into arguments with them and they're literally squaring up to you, if you're walking home and you bump into the wrong person, or you bump into him with somebody who knows who may be completely spacked out, you could be in a world of trouble. You know what I mean? So I don't think schools really give that much thought. We just think it's something that improves your confidence. But yeah, I always thought, I don't want to do this anymore, because I don't, particularly after the lockdown, I didn't want to be in a bad situation where I might end up getting, you know, you know, basically seen off. But yeah, I requested another year because the college couldn't run travel and tourism because of COVID. So I requested another year, and I got to stay another year in September 2021. But as soon as 2022 came around, I couldn't stay again. So I had to find other things to work on. So it was either YouTube again, or working in another school. So I chose to work in a primary school, just for a change. I got on really well with the caretakers, and he's brilliant. But obviously, that next step now. You know, I want to see if I can maybe get in with a specialist in a school, and maybe something can materialise there. Because it's multimedia. And I don't think in the school I was working in 2 years ago really had. They did multimedia, but they only kind of did art. They only kind of saw me for art, right? Because back then I didn't really have much information about YouTube, this, that, and the other, setting things up for myself, which is on my CV now. So I think back then they kind of just saw me as, oh yeah, it's Sam, you know, who did art, you know. So they kind of just had me in art. I think now, because I'm working in a secondary school, going to be working in a secondary school again, they're going to have me in multimedia, because my CV has way more info on it now. Because they don't know me, that helps as well. And also there's way more about my YouTube channel on there, so they're probably going to put me in IT, music, art, DT and stuff, design technology, all these different kind of multimedia curriculums or whatever. So yeah, I'm just going to see what happens, really. I think it'll be more interesting, because I've made my CV more interesting. But the school I was working in before, well, it was a primary school. We didn't really have multimedia. In a primary school, it's English, maths, bit of science, and that's it. You know, bit of music club. That's it. They don't have. I mean, I did say, oh, I'd help, you know, tune up the instruments, tune the guitars, restring, whatever. But we say, oh, we have somebody, you know, a music teacher who does all that. So it was just like, it's a primary school, isn't it? You can't. There's not as much needed. So everything that was needed, they were very heavy on TAs as well, teacher assistants. So the only thing they really needed back then, so it was assistance with the site manager or the caretaker. So I was an assistant site manager. So it's basically a fancy word for caretaker. So I was an assistant site manager. So I just helped with the site, which was great, but it's only so long you can do that for, and so much. And the school's clearly got more staff working in that area now, so I'm not really needed. I haven't been booted out. I've been told I'm always welcome into there. Probably because I was an ex-student. But it's just one of them. I just want to get in with multimedia. Even if I don't get paid, I don't care. I want to get in somewhere, have multimedia places, and just see what I can achieve. Because somewhere like a secondary school always needs the social media updating, this, that, and the other. And because it's not run by someone like the co-op or an organisation, it doesn't need to be overseen by their like almost principals, if you know what I mean. Because when it's a co-op school, it's very much more controlled, because it's not funded by a borough council. It's funded by the co-op academies you see everywhere now in Manchester and all that. It's funded different, so there's different management. So anything the school achieves, the school doesn't get the achievement the co-op does. So it's almost like nobody means anything to the co-op, anyone who works there. So it's kind of a bit of a it's not very nice. It's a bit corporate. It's not nice. You don't feel like your efforts are appreciated in a co-op academy school, because there's like a line. It's like governors and stuff, bureaucrats and all this. It's very political working in a bloody co-op school. Whereas a school that's successful, got a borough council, blah blah blah, kind of on their own terms, you know what I mean? So they're more likely to have the foresight to see advantages of having a volunteer working with a specialist. So it creates like a nice solution for their problems or things they need to catch up on. So it's my cunning plan. But I don't have to be paid volunteering. work in multimedia, see what I can achieve, get in with a specialist somewhere down the line, and see what happens. I want to do that. That's what makes me happy, isn't it? I did try college, travel and tourism. I was made a prefect and everything. I made a student rep. I was made a student rep last year. But the course wasn't for me. I wasn't going to do it just to be their student rep. So I just left because it just wasn't for me. All the job applicants and stuff were all heading towards like the cruise ship sector and stuff. Traveling to like working on a cruise ship. Not much, cabin crew. Or you wanted to work with airplanes, you had to become cabin crew, do the cabin crew course, and it was just like travel and tourism. Yeah, I'm learning quite a bit about travel here, but or a tour operator. What's the difference between a tour operator and a I've already forgotten. Difference between a tour operator and a travel agency. That was it. So there's all these differences that you had to draw the dots to, which was great. I did enjoy some of it, but I knew it wasn't going to get me anywhere. I just knew it wasn't going to head me in a direction that I was going to, get the grade I wanted, or diploma in travel and tourism level 2 or 3. Look at it and go, I know what I want to do now, because it was so vague. It was a vague qualification, just travel and tourism. It wasn't confirming anything. It was just a vague diploma. That's it. It was great to have. I'm sure it would be great to have. But I don't know. I feel like I do enough travelling already. And I do travelling on my terms, not other people's terms. So I think that's better in itself. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to read some comments. Oh, so that's why you chose a grammar school, because of your prefect nature. Yeah, I know he won't beat me up in there. Well, yeah, the grammar schools are alright. Some kids, I've seen some walking out, and it just looks a bit they just look way out of depth. So I think some people just get a lucky turn. All my primaries had was Welsh, English, Maths, Geography, and a bit of science. I'm a form rep for my year 10 class. So far, the bloody school hasn't told me to do anything. Yeah, I think a lot of these course rep, whatever things, student council, whatever they call it, they have you going into, like, they say, oh, it looks really good on your CV, and it looks really good for your college, on your college profile and stuff, and this, that, and the other. And you're more likely to get an apprenticeship and stuff. But what they don't really tell you is it's more just to look good for them, for the college. So you go into meetings, little assemblies, and they give you this form, and you've got to fill out like little feedback things. Just bits of feedback. And I fill it out, and I gave it. No, I didn't. That's the thing. I didn't give it to anybody. I put it in my bag. Because everybody was told to put it in the bag. Now, how can anybody, any of the powers above, who work in the college, or any of the principals, see your feedback when it's in your bag? Exactly. It's hilarious. It was like Dumb and Dumber. Dumber and Dumber. That's it. Dumb and Dumber. It was stupid. It was like, what's the point of this? What's the point of being a student rep when I'm filling out feedback and literally nothing's getting done? They've literally just told me to put the sheet back in my bag. Who's going to see it in my bag? Does the principal live in everybody's bag? It's just like, whoa, this is high tech, or either it's just really stupid. But yeah, I was just like, I didn't understand the point of being a student rep, because okay, the only benefit was when kids, boys or girls would speak to you and say, can you ask them to do this, or can you ask them to maybe paint this classroom, or Sam, can you ask them to maybe remove the lanyards and maybe have them as like a little clip thing that goes onto your whatever the little ring or whatever on your side pocket. I was like, oh yeah, I'll put that out on the sheet. I'll fill that out on the feedback sheet. And they were like, oh, thank you. I was like, oh, good. Nothing got done. So I didn't really understand the point of being a prefect, if you know what I mean. It was more just for the college. It's just like ticking little boxes, you know, for the college and, you know, how it looks and stuff. Just ticking little boxes. We have prefect, you know, we have a student council, blah, blah, blah. We support counselling and all this. All departments failed, I would say. Because when I needed counselling, they weren't very helpful. They were more concerned on my progress and the work I hadn't done than my mental health. They were more interested in that. Again, how the college looks. They were more interested in how they appear and appeal to people. The college has got a very poor reputation. And I think it's getting worse. So, yeah, it's just people putting online, you know, they promise apprenticeships, but what they don't tell you is, you know, once you get the grade, the apprenticeship it has like a deadline, the apprenticeship. So you're not promised anything. If you just say it, just to mislead you into thinking, oh, once you do this, you're on an apprenticeship at the same time, or whatever, and you get a bit of money. But it has like a deadline, and they don't tell you that, so it's a bit misleading. So they say a lot of stuff that's BS, and I don't really want to be working in somewhere like that, or even wishing to study anywhere like that anymore. I'm not saying college is shit, I'm just saying the one in my area isn't very good. When I had a counsellor about 6 months ago, to basically take my head out of the clouds, he said, oh, whenever I hear anything about this college, it's always bad news. He said, so I was just like, oh god, probably should have gone to the one in Liverpool then. He said, well, maybe, I'm not going to say anything, but I was like, that's further away, so it's just like one of them. I probably shouldn't have gone. You see how it links back to 2021 when they said I wanted to go to college, but they said we can't because the course isn't running because of COVID. I think that was just a cover-up. In hindsight, there's not even hindsight. I should have had the foresight back then to see it wasn't organised. Because I think when I had a little look around the colleges in early 2020, so they said they weren't running the course in the college I went to, ended up going to afterwards, in September 2021, right? So I went and had a look at the one in Liverpool in February or March or April 2022, right? And it was running. Travel and tourism was running. I should have been able to see then how the two colleges are different. One's running, one's not. You know what I mean? One's organised, one's not. So I should have been able to... if I could have gone back in time, I would have picked the one in Liverpool. I would have. Because Dylan Minnett went there and he said it was great. And I probably should have listened to him. But it was all convenience. So I went, oh, I'll go to the one closer because it'll contribute more towards my attendance if I can. More likely to go in somewhere if I can make, you know, or I'm delayed or whatever, your trains or whatever. So I think I was thinking of that more of my attendance than anything. But no, I dropped out. He dropped out. My mate Dylan Minnett, he dropped out of the college I went to in February of 2021, and I dropped out in December of last year. Started it in September, became a student rep, got all this good stuff, but this wasn't it. It just was the wrong move. Poor teaching staff, couldn't deal with discipline. They didn't know how to deal with kids at all. Just let them run rampant, completely like a stampede. It was just out of control. I'd say it was worse than secondary school actually, because they thought they were in college, but they were still 16. So they had, exactly. They thought they were free and they could get away with all this. Yeah, it was not a good nature at all, or pleasant learning environment. And the staff just, they said stop it, but they just didn't know how to put in place for discipline. You know what I mean? They weren't strictly minded at all. They were just, you know, they just lacked the disciplinary powers, or how to tell off kids. It was just like, no, it was bad because our group I was in, they were saying, that you're gonna get like sanctions and stuff, and you're gonna get your grade's gonna be affected because of a class. But that's not fair, because people like me and my mate Leo were in there. I don't mean Leo who mods. Leo, another Leo. There's always another Leo, isn't there? Yeah, it wasn't fair, because me and him and some other girls were working quite hard, but the rest of the class were letting our band down, if you know what I mean. They were letting us down. Like, the college have got like tabs on you and stuff on this group. They're like looking at you and monitoring you. I'm just like, it's not fair, this was speaking to us like this. And they couldn't even do it like correctly. They couldn't word it professionally. They just said this group is a disgrace. The college is they could have said something like, or they could have just picked out the people who are performing well and said, right, at the end of the class, can such and such and such and such and Sam, you can leave early, and the rest of the class needs to stay behind because they need they need a bollocking. Yeah, they need somebody needs to come in and speak to the classroom about you know, behaviour. That would have been the professional way of doing it, not having some principal or, you know, deputy head or whatever coming in and basically just giving the classroom a right rollicking. Bollocking. Because you could give them a rollicking if you really felt pleasant. You know what I mean? It's just unprofessional. I didn't really want to be in there. Just other little factors as well. I'm not going to mention. You know, they couldn't support me in couldn't support me when, you know, I wasn't feeling too great last year in November and stuff. They were more interested in how they constantly in a counselling session as well. They constantly reminded me how behind I was, even though in September to October I was the highest performing and most up-to-date student in that class with the work and assignments that were being set out and stuff, literally. And they decided to chuck that back in my face, like almost regurgitate all my hard efforts as like some sort of reason why I should be in more in the middle of a counselling session. So I just left, saw my arse and thought, I'm going to be working in the primary school. I feel more appreciated there. People appreciate me. People appreciate my efforts. Sod this. And why I was thinking of going back 2-3 weeks ago, I think they got a new principal. I was saying, oh, I want to give it another try, but I just thought, it's 4 days a week now. I want to be streaming sometimes, and I want to be travelling and stuff, and it's nah. I just had to add a good. I just wanted something quick. I think I just thought, I know the primary school's not going to last forever. I was going to do college again. I'm just going to give it another shot, and that was a mistake. You know, I had a little meeting, got my timetable, I just looked at it, and again, they didn't tell me it switched from 3 days to 4 days. So I was just like, hang on, it's a full-time course, this. So I think I had to speak to somebody on the phone the next day and say, you seem to have put me in a full-time course. It's 4 days a week. And they said, no, it's switched to that now, and there's no uniform involved anymore. And because you're older than the rest, you're going to have to do English and maths again. And I was like, I've already got my English and my maths. So some of it just didn't make sense. It's almost like they got the completely wrong student. And it was just like, I can't do 4 days a week. I'm going to have to sack this. And then I was thinking of doing multimedia, and it was the same thing again. It was just a different course. You have to do your English and maths again, because even if you've got it, you still got to do it again. What learning environment literally spends the money on resources and education on somebody who's already got a grade in something and like a solid pass. Exactly. It's a waste of human resources and teaching resource and efforts, and they're teaching me to get a grade that I've already got when they should be teaching kids that haven't got the grade. You know, because they're trying to teach everyone in like one computation. It just didn't make sense. I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm going to look at volunteering work at somewhere a little bit more higher, you know. I mean, colleges are meant to be obviously higher than secondary schools, but I don't know, you know. I think it's all about the management. If you've got poor management, it's older kids looking after younger kids. If you've got good management, it's professionals who have got, you know, university degrees in teaching and whatever. And you know, they know how to, you know, got disciplinary skills. It's almost like college teachers in the college I went. I don't mean to slag them off, but it's the truth. They had like no disciplinary skills. And I think they just assumed because they're older, they don't need disciplinary skills. Everybody needs disciplinary skills. You know what I mean? I think they just thought because it was college, it was like, alright, just to relax and just let them do whatever they want. But when people start abusing that freedom, yeah, and the teachers clearly have been told not to imply strict discipline, it becomes a massive problem, doesn't it? And that's what happened for me, just kids abusing the system altogether. Like, oh, we're in college now, it's free, it's not secondary school, we don't have to wear, you know, suits and ties and, you know, a smart pinafore or whatever. Well, we did in the end, but again, it's still like just that child brain. It's just pushing the buttons. We're in a new environment and they just want to see what they can get away with. It's just like, I don't know. Wasn't for me though. I think university would have been better. Yeah, you don't get that sort of shit in university. At least I'd hope not. I think colleges can be very, very hit and miss. Some people, very much. I don't know if it's because once you turn 16, you've got more freedom and stuff, and you're not classed as an adult, but you can leave on your own. But it's not like school where your parents are pulled in and you know, get like a, is it like a student fine? Not a student fine. What is it? It's like an absence fine or something. Yeah, parents get fined by the government for not sending your kid into education. You don't get that in college. So I don't know if that makes a difference to people having like hit and miss experience. Just that whole concept of, oh, I can leave whenever I want, and people aren't determined enough. I don't know. Or it's just the way colleges in this country might be ran. I don't know. But the one I went to was poor. And I feel bad. Yeah, I did. I felt bad. But it's just one of it. It's a life lesson, isn't it? You know, little failure like that. I mean, you know, I got my SATs. I got all right GCSEs. I didn't get anything like 8s or 9s or anything, but, you know, got 5s and 6s and 7s. Oh, no, I think I got a 9 in art. Yeah, I got a 9 in art, and I think I got a 6 in RE. So, I wouldn't say high flying, but I did all right. I did okay compared to a lot of other people in my year. And my parents were quite surprised by that. And obviously in sixth form, did I do A-levels? I think I did get A-level in... did I get it in art? No, I didn't do it in art. Did I? Oh, I can't remember. It was all over the place, to be honest. I think I got an A-level in English, I think. I did, yeah. I got English twice. Yeah, I must have, because I did it in 2021. And was that A-level? Must have been A-level. I'm going to have to look. I'm going to have to look, because I don't really want to give what I got and what I didn't get away online, but who really gives a shit, you know? Yeah, it's not all about grades, though. I mean, this is coming from someone who, you know, has passed the main ones. you know, it's not all about that. Yeah, I got English and maths, and you know, look at me now. I'm not in a job. I don't have a job. I'm volunteering, but I make enough money doing what I'm doing now, and I enjoy it. But it's sustainable, and I've made solid videos in the past that almost rectify good revenue for myself to travel and stuff. So, you know, it's just about what you do with like raw skills. You know what I mean? Really. Obviously jobs are important, but you get all these qualifications, but it's more just to benefit, you know, the company you work for that employs you out of those skills. You know, it's more to benefit them, you know, just using you, and obviously they have to pay you, so yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say I've got a negative outlook on life. I would say an optimistic outlook on life. Very optimistic. And if there's a chance, I'll take it. I'm a bit of a risk taker as well. You know, I'll literally throw college away like I have this year. I didn't throw it away last year. I knew what was going on last year. That was an honest decision. It was a well-crafted decision as well, because I spent about, I'd say about 2 weeks in December, just after Christmas, in January, just thinking about it. I just thought, I'm not going to do it. It's clearly not working. I'm not, you know, it's the way I've been treated and other things. This isn't the way forward for me. I can't do another year of this. This time next year, you know, and they're still. Well, that's the thing. They didn't get the priorities correct. They blamed everyone in the classroom for acting bad, or the principal would just, what's all this? Sick. Flour. Literally. But then the discipline standards would just, that would be okay, you know. But what wouldn't be okay is if you fell behind a little bit on your work. It would just be, no, you need to get your, I mean, I've never been, I mean, this is somebody who's done volunteering in school for 2 years before I went to the college last year. So I've seen what good discipline looks like. You know, I know how schools work and what good teaching looks like. And it's not that. So, but, you know, I think people who obviously haven't worked in schools just know that anyway, because they can see it reflected onto their work and possibly their grade. I know it's easy. It's very easy to blame the teacher, isn't it? I'm not blaming the teacher. What I'm doing is I'm just saying they had high expectations for us to complete our work, but at the same time, we didn't see the full picture. We didn't see that the staff weren't giving discipline out to the students properly and correctly. So it was, you know, it was getting nowhere with that. But, you know, obviously mental health and stuff, you know, people go into a completely different zone when they're having a bit of a mental health crisis, or, you know, in a state of panic. You know, completely heads in the clouds, completely out of it. And the last thing they're thinking about is completing the college work. And for them to use that as ammunition and to literally make the bullets is wrong, especially when you've been made a student rep and this, that and the other. You know, I found that very... well, I think that made me worse, because that almost made me feel I had to do things that I wasn't willing to do, or, you know, go in for. It was making them, and, you know, I was just small. I've got a little card somewhere. Flew off my desk. It said the importance of small steps, and it's like a massive ladder, right, with these massive, obviously the steps in between, but they're like almost like 1 meter between, so you couldn't climb that. But then there's like another ladder, but it's not as tall, but the steps are, you know, maybe 15 centimeters, or maybe 20 centimeters between each other, so it's easier to climb. It just says the importance of small steps. And it's like they just didn't understand the definition of that at all, and how that would impact my grades. It's just poorly run, very poorly run. I'd rather work somewhere that appreciates me and uses my attendance and my upkeep of my work to their advantage, just to say, oh look, we've got, we're a really good performing college, and it's like that everywhere, but there's ways of doing it. There's ways of doing it better and supporting students and stuff. Right, we really need to get this aircraft to descend. Yeah, just be wise about where you choose and what you want to do, because you don't want to end up wasting a year. I wouldn't say last year I wasted a year. I'd say, I'd say last year was a great year. I learnt a lot. But, towards the end I learnt a lot. Learnt a lot about myself and who's my real friends, more importantly. But last year, obviously, start of this year, it's been really successful with my YouTube channel. So, it's not like I've wasted, 1 or 1.5% of this year. It's gone to waste completely. It's been all to do with YouTube this year, pretty much. Streaming and trips and all this and all that, funding new bits of technology, trying to get it to work, and obviously 360, all these innovations. That's not failure. Failure would have been quitting college and not doing anything. Helping out, especially when the weather gets nice in the summer. You can do a lot more and stuff. Help other people. Yeah, I've just been focused on this, haven't I, most of this year. And I think now it's got to a point where I'm like, I've kind of just looked back. I've studied what's worked. In the last 2 weeks, I've studied what made me happy. Because I said at the other stream, didn't I, a few weeks ago, I don't think I understand the definition of insanity. Because I said I was going to be going back to the same college. So I kind of knew, didn't I? But I still wanted to give it a chance. But it's like little things like that, I gave college a good go last year. I gave it 5 months. I did give it 5. That's enough for anybody to understand the ins and outs. 4.5 months, I'd say. Yeah, really, I did try. Well, I must have tried because I was made a student rep. Overspeed. Right, what we can do, we can turn on the cameras now. But it's going to be very dark, isn't it? How dark is this going to be? That camera's off. Oh, it's not bad. Oh, you can see me shit wallpaper. Thanks, TerraSpace, mate. Cheers for the light membership. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what works in the last few months and what hasn't worked. What made me happy 3 or 4 years ago compared to what hasn't in the last 2 years, and just try and put in a solution to, solve stuff, fix things, make me happy, make me have a bit more of a purpose than just YouTube, all very important. Right, turn auto throttle on. Why won't auto throttle come on? Oh yeah, because things aren't on. The gauges. Right, I'll have that at 260. Shall we say 260? 260, there we go. We're coming down with quite a bit of haste. Yeah, cheers, Space Podcasts. Yeah, but I've really grown. Since January this year, things obviously have changed a lot. And obviously I'm a better YouTuber now, I think. But yeah, the last 2 weeks, I've really just been I've just taken a good look around at the past and what my life may hold in the future, because obviously that's really important to me. Just seeing what worked a few years ago, seeing what hasn't recently, and just trying to imply solutions to, I wouldn't say to fix my life, but to, you know, make me have one more purpose than just YouTube, you know.
Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
So it's quite important. Seeing where I'd fit in, you know, taking a good look around at all the options, trying to take a good look around at,
Cleared through Charlie airspace.
you know,
Bravo Alpha 426.
where it could be, what would work. Volunteering worked in the primary school. Maybe I could take it up and go to a secondary school again, and maybe be appreciated in multimedia, which I never got the chance to do when I was in a secondary school last time, because they knew me back then as a student, and my CV wasn't. It was developed. My CV was great back then, but it wasn't nearly as developed as it is now, because I've achieved a lot more in the last 2 years. You know, I've got guitar grades, I've got this, that and the other, you know, so it's developed so much more. Because you've got a qualification in art and a qualification in music, in guitar, you know, level 4, whatever, you know, that's good. Proof. And obviously things with YouTube, a lot of the stuff on my, I'd say 40% of the stuff on my CV is to do with YouTube, what I've been doing the last 10 years of my life. So, very much, YouTube's very bottom heavy on my CV now, which is really good because it can show I can do things independently and set things up for myself. So that was on my CV, just did YouTube, did airplane videos, but it's a lot more evolved now from that. It has to be. Because I'm going in with people not knowing me, you know. I think it was just an easy ride in 2019 to 2021. They knew me as a student. I didn't have to prove anything, you know. Obviously the primary school were nice because they let me back in because I was an ex-student, really, you know. And possibly they could have done with a bit of help. Probably the real reason, but yeah, it's little things like that did help me. Not college, no. I wouldn't say it was too big for me and all that. It was just, you know, it was the college wasn't right for me. That college was set up in a way that, you know, was clearly a little bit challenged and corrupted on the inside of teaching and discipline. Very just, I wouldn't say it's a poor performing college, but it's not the greatest in the area, you know. It's convenient to get to because it's only in Birkenhead, so it's not you know, like it was that far away to get to, so that's probably why I picked it. But you know, I know now, don't I? I now know. Live to tell the tale. I'm going to go somewhere that can appreciate my actual skills and efforts. I mean, I'm alright at study, but travel and tourism, I was studying for something that wasn't, again, it's very vague, wasn't, it wasn't promised. Nothing was confirmed out of that. You know, taking some of Manchester Airport, say, oh, I've got a travel and tourism diploma. You know, it might get me somewhere, but who, you know, it's not confirmed, is it? That's the thing, you don't know. Yeah, you probably want other things as well. You probably want an engineering degree out of you if you want to work around airplanes, so more likely to need an engineering degree than a travel and tourism degree if you want to work near airplanes and stuff. The travel and tourism degree doesn't, you know, get you to go around looking at, you know, it's like civil engineering, isn't it? It's got nothing to do with it. It's different. You're writing lectures, writing assignments on or whatever, 50,000 word assignments or whatever, 100,000 word assignments, whatever it could be, on you know, things to do with travel, which is good, but it's not going to get me anywhere near planes. It's not confirmed. It's vague. It's a vague degree. It's not really a degree, is it? It's a diploma. It's vague. Nothing about it is confirmed. YouTube is a tangled mess at the moment. I'm glad it's actually helping Sam. Yeah, it's definitely helped me. Do you have a Premium Deluxe? I must have, because I've got the 7.8. Yeah, definitely the whole of this year, YouTube has definitely been good for me. I think I'm a better YouTuber as well. Just all that 7 months. Just, you know. Not just doing YouTube, you know, I worked very hard. I'd say from February last year, January last year, January this year, February this year to, I'd say, June in the primary school. So I did have other things, helping my nan, travelling, doing this, doing other things as well. How long's left of the flight? Probably about 10 minutes. We're just descending. Descending quite heavy though. Right, we turn on seatbelt signs. Taxi light on. Auto throttler's on. We're going to turn that off. That's going to boot up in a minute. I knew that would happen. Should do some snorkel mask landings again there. We're going to save that for Tenerife. Nah. Yeah, that's when you can have a bit of fun. Not in something like this. Right, I might not need my speed brake up again. Right, I'm just going to check everything's ready for landing. So we've got landing lights on, seatbelt sign on, blah, 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 blah. Strobe, yep, okay, they're all on. Okay, we're all looking good for landing. Just need the flaps down. Just, probably overspeeding the flaps at the moment. We turn that off. Autopilot's definitely off. Just going to definitely make sure. Flight directory, okay. We can probably put down the flaps. Woo! What livery are you flying? No livery. We're doing a standard charter. Standard charter. Standard charter. That's Liverpool. You dick. Yeah, we're flying the Liverpool team to Iceland. From Manchester. That makes sense. Right. Okay. Here we go. So we're going to be landing. Are we landing over the sea? I think we're going to come in from over the town. Or should we just land on that runway? There you go, flaps coming down. Right, I'm going to put the camera on. Get ready. Oh, the battery's low apparently on it. Okay, that's going up. Don't like that. Just going to trim it down just a bit. This bugger needs charging now. Jesus. Bloody Panasonic. Is that okay? Let's turn the cameras. I need to put my thingy up actually. Just put that up now. Right, the green screen's up. No, I love the Liverpool team. I'm a big Liverpool supporter. Well, not a big Liverpool. I'm a closet Liverpool supporter. I liked them when I was a kid. Like Fernando Torres. This is like Fernando. Yeah, Fernando Torres. Gerrard, Suarez, all that. Coutinho. Who else was there? I think. How is it not dark? Because we haven't. I don't really like dark flights, so I've gone to probably 1 o'clock in the afternoon in the game. Oh, he thinks I'm doing a thumbs up. Yeah, it's AI. OBS has this AI thing now, so if I've got my hand like that, look at that, it comes up with a. I need to turn it off. So whenever I do that, the AI knows I've got my thumbs up. See that? That's pretty clever, that, yeah. See, no other streamer would have that at Manchester. No other streamer would have an AI generated what's it? Posture reader, or whatever you call it. What do you call it? A posture generator, a near field posture scanner. I don't know. So basically, if you do that, it comes up with a little thumbs up. That's cool. So I don't have to put that on. It just recognizes a thumbs up and it does it. That's cool. That is cool. There's sort of things like that I love. little things like that. It's gonna keep doing it now. Yeah, I've got to not do that. Obviously, I want to control my flaps, so it's gonna constantly think I'm putting a flipping thumbs up. Oh, that's quite funny. You see me massive mouse? Here we are, sponsored by Logitech now. Right, okay, let me just see where the airport is. So we're going to be landing on that runway down there. So we can need to do a bit of a loop-de-loop. So flaps need to be at flap setting 10. I'd say 10. And we need to change our trim as well. There we go. Oh, bloody heck. You have airport static? I don't think so. Can't hear anything from the radio, can we? It's a bit weird, but I'm not going to turn it on now. Sam obviously hates the Liverpool team if he's moving them from their home area to a freezing island in the middle of nowhere. No, I've only supported Liverpool in my life. Never been Tranmere Rovers or Everton. God, no, none of that. Yeah, no, there's no point. I know Man United are having a bit of a squiggle at the moment, but yeah. It's the way of football sometimes, isn't it? Some teams just have poor tactical managers and strategic managers, you know, people who manage the team and stuff, and people who don't, because that's the thing, the managers don't sign the players. That's the, like, what are they called? That's more higher up in the team. The manager's just, you know, it's all about the tactics and game management and stuff. So it's completely different. I don't know why I'm having to tell people that. I'm pretty sure they know that. So again, a stupid throwaway comment. Make sure to land in Keflavik, not Reykjavik. Otherwise, you might as well just land in the sea. You've got no chance with a 787. Yeah, he's probably right. Right, let's throttle back a little bit now. We don't need that speed to get here.
Bank angle.
Alright, okay, calm down. Alright, we're coming in. Where's the airport? Somewhere over there located. Oh, a bit high. Okay, let me just move back into my seat a little bit so I can read these instruments better. Like an old man. Oh. Yeah, that's the thing, that I'm putting flaps up. Just one more time, just to kill our speed. Scenery's not loading too well, is it? Well, we're not going to make that. Never going to make that. Might as well just do another loop because our speed is way too high. Airspeed won't change. What is going on? Because of that, isn't it? Let's have it on 190 or something like that. 190. There we go. There we go. It's because of that. Right, we'll just do one loop and then we'll be landing. I can feel the pressure of the flaps going down now.
Bank angle, bank angle.
Need to be in the armed position, don't they? It's funny how auto throttle isn't on, but it's still held to that speed parameter. Very strange, isn't it? 270 just wouldn't come down. Two-hour stream, 2.5, whatever.
Bank angle, bank angle.
All right. Right. Okay. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Can move the camera so slightly there. Keep moving the flap. I'm meant to be hitting the trim button. Yeah, I'm getting showered up by the plane. Yeah, this is where I was nearly a year ago. Well, over a year ago now. There we go, there's the airport. Right, gear down. It's like dropping a car, isn't it, from the plane when the gear goes down. It's like, you really feel it. Let's trim it correctly. I think this might be a better camera point of view because you can actually see things a little bit better. Who knew you didn't even need a tripod in the first place? Yeah, brat. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to turn my light off as well. It's living room light. That's better. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. We're coming down. Put the flaps down a little more. Here we go. We're coming down, boys. We're coming down. Bit high. Stupid bloody waypoint marker. Don't ask what I'm doing over here with the phone. Absolute idiot. I'll read your chat in a minute, guys. I'm in a state of high concentration. You know what that means. Oh. Why has it got trees in the middle of Reykjavik? That's not true. Keflavik, not Reykjavik. Oh, got to use a bit of rudder. I thought I had it on easy mode so the turbulence wouldn't be simulated. God, that's so distracting, that thing. You cannot see. That's a really bad position to have the The waypoint marker, isn't it? What am I doing?
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
That's alright. Oh, slam the nose. Keep it centre line, keep it centre line. There we are. We're here. Ready? Wait for the AI to know it's doing a thumbs up. Wait for it, wait for it. Does it need to be in the light? There we are. That is so cool how it can do that now. It's been able to do it since update 30, I think. Oh, God. Just break, doesn't it? Right, off. Okay. Welcome to Reykjavik. Why are there so many trees? Who knows? Yeah, it's definitely Keflavik, Josh. It's just the game. The airport should be somewhere over there, shouldn't it? Is it behind me? It's definitely Keflavik. What Xbox do you have? Xbox Series X. Yeah, it's definitely Keflavik because it's on the straight on the edge here. It's like on like a little like finger piece island, if you know what I mean. But where the terminal's over there, isn't it? Yeah, it's not. This is not what Keflavik looks like, guys. It hasn't got loads of trees in the middle of. Right. Okay. Oh hey! Can we taxi down there? I think we can. The hotel's down there where I stayed. They've ruined Keflavik. What have they done? Did a right mess of it. Looks like a housing estate. What the hell have they done? Yeah, they need to improve certain things in this game. I mean, this is definitely where the airport should be, not in the middle of a forest. Oh, flight sim. Let's get a map up of it. What it should look like. Let me just brake, hang on. Have a little look. Iceland. Keflavik. Yeah, so I'm heading. Okay, so the main terminal. Ah, so I've gone the wrong way basically. The terminal's down there. So I've lost my coordination a bit. I meant to backtrack. I'll just do a high-speed taxi. Just a high-speed taxi. Right, we are. Look at that beauty. Have the landing lights off. My turn lights. That can go up as well because that's annoying as hell. Abington Airport. Microsoft, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Yeah, it does look like a military airport a bit. I think I've gone the wrong way. I think I've gotten a little bit disorientated. I was definitely saying I need to go down there. Did it want me there? No, because the airport looked like it was more towards the north. But yeah, there's planes down there. I'm meant to be down there. Camera can go off. Yeah, if you've enjoyed, make sure to like it as well. Oh, it has military hangs for the US Air Force. Ah, so that's where I've trying to get into. That probably shouldn't have been. Right, so the airport is more down there. Okay. I'll just increase the speed a bit. I want to get there faster. Alright. I need to really make the turn here. This is a very weird setup. You should not have trees in Iceland. We'll get there, don't worry. Just doing a detour around the airport because obviously I can't see anything because it's like landing in the middle of the Amazon rainforest. I thought we were in Iceland, the most desolate place on earth, in the middle of a bloody King Kong's jungle. I can see bloody Godzilla in a minute. Right, this looks promising. Right, we're going to go straight down this taxiway here. Straight forward. That's also where the RAF NATO airspace missions are based with the F-35. Alright, cool. There we go. There we are. Iceland Air, Iceland Air, Iceland Air. Right, this looks good. Oh shit, on the grass there. Is that light not blinding me? The light? Which light? Well, no, it's fine. It's not as bright as it looks, bear in mind, because remember it is a HDR, so everything looks a lot brighter. Right, where are we going? Turn here. .75 down there, another 7.5, a max, or more like an 800 series. Right, we'll go in somewhere between there if we can, or we could just go to this end gate here. That'd make more sense, wouldn't it? He ran over a Mini Cooper, oops. Waiting for Bluebirds 757 to drop. Yeah, that should be great. Hang on, this jet bridge isn't connected to the bloody airport. What's going on here? This isn't a jet bridge. You know, I can't park there. That's like, oh, this game. If it was a little bit more realistic, you know, I could have parked there, but never mind. Just have to park here, right between the 7.3 and the Airbus. Discovery shuttles here. Hello, mate. Very easily does it. That should do it. There we go. Right, we're here, boys. We are finally in Iceland. I know that was quite a long one for you all. Oopsie, turn that off, bugger. Fighting to the top. Right, off. Just turn everything off. Look how dark it is now. Ah! Oh, blimey. We need a torch. Just get the phone. If I shine it off the ceiling, the light will bounce down. It was a dark and stormy night, and the rain came down in torrents. What a sad prick. Oh. So you can see me a bit better. It's not funny. It's really not that funny. It's quite sad, if anything. Right. I don't know why these lights are on. Packs off. Engines off. Windshield thingies off. Right, turn all that off. Let's just stick the witness power to it. There we are, I've got power. We can get the jet bridge connected. Jetway connection.
Keflavik ground Bravo Alpha 426. Could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
Will it do it?
Bravo Alpha
Give it a minute. There we go. Hang on, what if I do that? What's it do if I do that? Ah, it knows! It knows. So what sort of gestures can you put on it then? Reactions. Balloons, weather. How can you simulate weather? If I do clapping like that, does it have like a clapping thing? Oh, I look like a right muppet. Or if I just show two hands like that. No? No? Okay, I need to learn other gestures. Pretty cool though, you do that and it comes up. Yeah. Awesome. It didn't come up that time, did it? No, it's experiment. It's pretty poor lighting. Right, we're here. Turn that off. Catering, get everything. So I'm just going to turn this light off. See you guys in the next one. There we go. I'll see you facially in the next one. And remember, don't leave the jet bridge floating, or was that Minecraft? Is there a return flight? No. I'll speak to you on call after stream, Sam. Good stream, Vest. Thanks. Glad you enjoyed, Jamie. I'm calling my girlfriend. Good for you. What if you give it a middle finger? Good. Yeah, good. I'll have to see. I'll try it out. Power supply, fuel supply. Well, they brought the fuel with us, but we'll get some fuel. Yeah, see, planes are so fuel efficient nowadays. Just bring the fuel with you. That's what they do when they go to America. They bring the fuel with them. Fly back. Creating service. Jetway disconnection. Right, we're all good. Right, guys, I'm off. I'm now out on a pub crawl. No. Right, turn all that off. Oh, charge 20 to flight. How is the flight charge 20? Right, you can all get out of your seat. You sods. Alright, off. Off. What else have we got? I'm doing a flight from Manchester, Helsinki, A321 Neo. Finnair, I enjoy it. But that's all from me tonight. See you all very soon. Maybe even tomorrow. Hey. So, yeah, see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Hope you enjoyed. And sorry about the start, but I again, it's study level. I haven't flown this plane probably since early August, so just getting used to it again and stuff. But yeah, it went very well, actually. I really enjoyed. Oh yeah, what's see the interior? We didn't get a chance to see the interior, did we? Oh, that's cool. Because it's like a wet lease plane. Wi-Fi? What are we watching here? New on board. That's not what the film's called, is it? What a coincidence. Oh, I like this. Is it meant to be Qatar Airways? Looks a bit like Qatar Airways, doesn't it? Look at the seats. Very nice, though. Very nice customization. But yeah, I'll leave you. I'll leave you alone now, guys. See you in the next one. Bye bye.